channel name into Saint tutorial, because there are so many easy learning YouTube channels. So my students are getting confusion with the name. So I've changed the name. So today's topic is photosynthesis and English grammar. So everyone knows what is photosynthesis, but they don't have the clear idea what is photosynthesis. So it is a requested video of my students. So I am making very clearly what is photosynthesis it is. So before starting the topic, I have to explain you about chloroplast. So in the every leaf there is a mesophyll cells. In the mesophyll cells there is a one chloroplast, disc shaped. This is a chloroplast in disc shaped, and there is a stack like structures. It means when you are kept 2 3 4 kinds one by one like this simple structure, this is called grana. The stack like structure is called grana, and that colorless pigment is called stroma. So the whole photosynthesis takes place in the grana and stroma. So the grana thylakoid and stroma thylakoids, linking parts. So we have to understand very much clearly about the chloroplast. The remaining topic is very easy by the chloroplast. So let's start now. Photosynthesis word consists compound meaning of two words. Yes, photo means light energy. Synthesis means production. Yes, word here from photo light energy, synthesis production. Photosynthesis is a food making process of plants. So as we know, everyone needs food for survival of life. So in the same way plants also need nutrition. So but they are the autotrophs. Why? Because they can prepare their own food. But how? Let's learn now. So scientifically it is called as a nutrition. Yes, we can call as a nutrition in plants. The important key factors required for photosynthesis as water from the underground and carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, chlorophyll from the chloroplast in the grana, and sunlight. Everyone knows sunlight comes as a photons. So let's begin the process, how it takes place. So when sunrays falls on the leaves, the energy from photons means the sun rays, we can call as a photons means sun energy trapped by the chlorophyll along with the one molecule of magnesium ion. So if it is a chloroplast, in the chloroplast there is a grana. In the grana there is a chlorophyll molecules along with the one magnesium molecule. So they can trap the sunlight. Like a when rat enters into the one bone, it will catch it like a bone. Yes, it is a one bone or cage. So that it will cause a light harvesting molecules because they can trap, yes, from the photons trapped by chlorophyll along with the molecule magnesium, and forms photolysis process. So the major action which is important for the survival of all the living organisms, oxygen. So it takes place in the photosynthesis. We can confuse that plants give oxygen. No, plants can separate the oxygen from the water. It can make the, what is H2O? H2O means water, means two molecules of hydrogen, one molecule of water. So splits into H plus and OH minus ions, and here too oxygen as a gas from the stomata of the leaf released into atmosphere as a byproduct, means waste product of the plants. It is useful product for the animals or other living organisms. That's why it is a major, we can save plants. That is the slogan for oxygen. So splits H plus ions and OH minus ions and releases oxygen into the atmosphere, then forms ATP and NADPH. This is a complex process of the carbohydrates. This is called light reaction. So there are two phases in the photosynthesis. Actually it is a so many reactions takes place, but these two are very important, light and dark reaction. First phase is light reaction, takes place in the grana of the chloroplast. It is called light reaction, first phase in photosynthesis. In stroma, with carbon dioxide takes place, makes the carbohydrates in the simple glucose, stores as a starch. So the final product of the photosynthesis is starch or glucose. This takes place in the stroma. This is colorless pigment in the chloroplast. So this is the second phase, we can call as a Calvin cycle, because the scientist who discovered the Calvin, his name. And the photolysis, what is photolysis? Splitting of water molecules and giving oxygen to the atmosphere, discovered by Hill. That's why it is a Hill's reaction. Actually it is a requested video from 8th class students. It is extra information, but we should never keep boundaries for knowledge. That's why it is very clear, simple as possible. The whole action takes place in the chloroplast of the leaf. When sunrise falls on the leaf, in the grana there is a chlorophyll along with the magnesium ion, can trap the energy, light energy, as a quantum, and first product is splitting the water molecules and giving the oxygen. Very simple it is. So let's come to the key points. How to we have to remind the whole theory, we have to remind in the 4 or 5 key points. We should not buy at any subject, we have to understand it is very clearly. So whole photosynthesis takes place in chloroplast. Yes, the total process takes place in the chloroplast. In the chloroplast there are two important organs, grana and stroma. As I told you, the stalk-like structure, grana, stroma. Light reaction takes place in the grana. End product is ATP, NADPH, and byproduct is oxygen. And dark reaction takes place in stroma. End product is glucose, stores as a starch. ATP and NADP called assimilators, are connecting links to the links of light reaction and dark reaction. So these are the key points we have to remind. It is enough for the 8th class students. Now, as our session English grammar, so I am requesting everyone, don't watch just for time pass. Just take pen notes along with the notes or white paper to practice the prepositions. Today we are going only practice of prepositions, because it is a 8th class students, but 10th students can use this. Compound meaning of two words. Compound meaning two words, it is meaningless. So again repeating the definition of preposition, which is the words give complete meaning to a sentence by its position, is called preposition. So of word gives the complete meaning to the sentence by its only position, that is called preposition. Food making process of plants. Food making process, plant, no meaning. This is a word which gives the complete meaning by its position. If you are not understanding clearly, you have to watch from the first session. Nutrition in plants. So nutrition plants. So this is a one word which gives full meaning by its position. As I told you in the previous videos, preposition is a word which can place before the noun or pronoun or subject or object of the sentence. What is subject? What is object? Which is the important word in the sentence is called subject. So nutrition in plants. Nutrition is a subject, plant is the object. So before the object it is one word which makes complete meaning. Factors required for photosynthesis. So before the object you have to remind or understand with these examples. A simple word which places before the object or subject and makes the complete sense. So factors required photosynthesis is meaningless. Factors required for photosynthesis which gives complete meaning for, that's why it is a preposition. Sun rays falls the leaves. Sun rays falls the leaves means, and this word gives the complete meaning. That's why it is a preposition. The energy, the photons, the energy from the photons. So means from where? From the photons. So this is a word which gives complete meaning. Again I am reminding you, preposition is a word which gives complete meaning to the sentence by its position, before the subject or before the object, before the noun or before the pronoun. So trapped by chlorophyll, trapped chlorophyll, but trapped by chlorophyll, it is object before the object, simple word which gives complete meaning. Water molecule in the leaves. Water molecules in the leaves split into here are the two. So we should not confuse between in or into. So when we are discussing about the chloroplast, it is in the leaf. Chloroplast in the leaf, which is totally covered by four sides, is called in. But something is moving into, something is moving into. So sunrays moves into chloroplast from outside to inside, is moving in, which is already in, is called in. From out to in, going inside is called into. I am moving into building. I am moving into theater. Rat is moving into cage, such like that. From out to inside is into, already in. Rat is in the bone or cage. I am in theater. I am in mall. I am already there in the mall. In such cases we have to use in or into. In this case this is getting into two pieces. It is getting into two pieces, or one ion, two ions, into. Again, releases O2 into atmosphere. Yes, atmosphere is a one layer of, atmosphere is a layer around the earth, around the earth. In the layer oxygen release into, yes, it will goes into the atmosphere. That's why it is a into preposition. It's very meaningful. If I remove this, release O2 atmosphere, release O2 atmosphere means there is no sense. That's why preposition is a word which gives complete meaning. First phase in photosynthesis. First phase in photosynthesis. So in the total, if it is a total action of the photosynthesis, first phase in, here in, it is a phase 1, it is a phase 2. So in means something inside photosynthesis. Along with the soldier fights with sword, the cricket batsman hits with bat. So with, along with carbon dioxide. So I hope that you're understanding well now. So if anyone wants any again video, let me know in the comment section below, and please do watch again and again. So it is very best session to understand English grammar along with the science. Thank you for watching my video.